Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crafty Beer Reviews. Today I will be reviewing the latest, and who knows if it's going to be the greatest, probably not, from Stone. This is their Crime. This is probably an infamous beer at this point. This is basically Lucky Bastard. It's been aged in Kentucky bourbon barrels for, I can't remember if they said how long. They don't mention how long. And then they've tossed in some of the hottest peppers in the world. And I don't usually do this, but I just want to read some of the peppers they put into here. So they have red and green jalapenos, ultra hot black nagas, which I've never had, Caribbean, and red hots, moruga, scorpions, and fatales. Yeah, that's right. So a pepper that is called fatales. So I've seen a lot of reviews for this beer. This is probably going to be a rather interesting one. I love hot food, but I've just heard so much crazy stuff about this one. Kind of a unique idea to bourbon barrel age, Lucky Bastard, and toss in a bunch of hot peppers. But for better or worse, that's what they did. So let's go ahead and check out the aroma. I'm a little scared, as you can see by the pour here. Wow. Peppers, peppers, and peppers. Definitely smell some of those fresh green jalapenos. That's really the only specific pepper note I can pick out. Other than that, it's just kind of like a spicy, peppery skin, the skin of a pepper type of note. I get a faint hint of some sweet malt, but wow, I pretty much just smell peppers. No bourbon, none of that traditional kind of hoppiness or big sweetness from Lucky Bastard. Alright guys, this is going to be interesting. Let's go ahead, take our first sip, see how hot this bad boy is. Well, it is definitely hot, which is kind of unique for a beer. There's a couple out there that are pretty hot. At this point, from the first sip though, I wouldn't say it's over the top spicy. However, spicy stuff tends to build on top of itself, so this is probably going to get hot. From the first sip, it pretty much just tastes like peppers. I'm really not getting anything except peppers, and I definitely get that green jalapeno note in there, but other than that, it's just kind of like spicy, peppery skin. I get a touch of caramel sweetness, not much though, and I'm really not getting any of the bourbon aspects. It's got a medium body, a pretty smooth mouthfeel, slightly creamy, but wow, yeah, I'm not really getting any hops. It's kind of just, it pretty much just tastes like peppers to me, and that's a little disappointing because bourbon barrel aged Lucky Bastard sounds awesome. I love spicy stuff, so I was hoping this would have some heat, and it's definitely hot. I mean, don't let this fool you at all. It's not, if you don't like spicy stuff, probably not one for you to try, but interesting stuff. And I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Kevin over at Clement's Homebrew. I saw his review of Crime and Punishment from Stone, and he showed reactions from several individuals, so I am going to rip off of you, Kevin, and I'm going to do that too. I'm going to show a bunch of different people trying this beer. Some people that like spicy stuff, some people that do not like spicy stuff, to let you know what they think as well. Me, I'm kind of disappointed, honestly. It's just pretty one-dimensional. I mean, you get a tiny bit of oak, a tiny bit of some malt sweetness, but it's pretty much just peppers. It seems like the bourbon's not there, the hoppiness isn't there. The Lucky Bastard is one of the best bastards in the entire line, so it's a little disappointing. Hey guys, so I'm sorry I have to interrupt this video real quick. Originally, I gave this beer an 8 out of 10. However, I ended up having to drink over a third of the bottle by myself just because, even though I split it with 6 different people, everyone got really tired of drinking it. And despite it warming up more, despite me having a lot of time to drink this, I realized that Stone didn't do a great job with this beer, and I'm going to have to drop the rating from the original 8 out of 10 to a 7 out of 10. It's not a terrible beer, however, they really just ended up killing the base beer with all the peppers. Sure, it's hot, not over the top hot, but it is spicy. But the thing that just really annoyed me is that it pretty much just tasted like peppers. They ended up killing the Lucky Bastard, and they ended up killing the barrel characteristic. I mean, you couldn't get any of the bourbon barrel, and you really didn't get very much Lucky Bastard, which pretty much just peppers, peppers, peppers. So, really disappointing stuff. Change it to 7 out of 10. I've never had to do that before, but I just thought you guys should know that I needed to do that because this beer really did not improve with time at all. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of the video, and stay tuned to the end to make sure to check out those reactions. If you like spicy food, this is definitely one for you. If you don't, not a good one. I think it's something worth checking out. However, as you can see, I'm not going to be finishing this on my own, and I would not suggest trying to take down an entire 500 milliliter bottle of this. I would not suggest it, not at all. Alright guys, so for my musical recommendation, I am going with Johnny Cash, and I want you guys to check out his Best of Ring of Fire CD. So, I don't usually recommend compilations, they're not usually too great, but I want you to check that one out for a particular song, because this is a hot beer, and Ring of Fire is an awesome song, and I'll tell you what, it does feel like the flames are going higher at this point. No joke. So, interesting stuff. I will be back to show you various reactions. Hope you guys enjoyed this unique review, and I might be reviewing Punishment at some point as well. So, I hope whatever you're doing involves a good craft. Alright guys, so here is the first taster for Crime. Alright Tim, so go ahead and tell the lovely people what you smell in this beer.
Okay, first off guys, I just want to warn you, I do have a cold, so if you can't understand me, I just apologize. But I'm going to go ahead and try to take my first sniff and see if maybe we can kind of clear up some of my allergies here.
Probably. It's going to be cold remedy.
Whew. You definitely get the spice of the peppers that you can feel. There's a full aroma. You're definitely not lacking anything here. I feel like I just took a chili and just kind of put it up against my nose and probably some other peppers. So I'm going to go ahead, take my first taste test, and tell you what I think about it. Whew. You kind of get that sensation when you first bite into a pepper, like this is going to be hot, but then it kind of builds, kind of like Johnny said. It just builds, but it's a great beer. It's smooth. You could definitely enjoy this, but...
Do you taste anything besides peppers? Because I didn't really get anything besides peppers for the most part.
Really, I just get the strong feel of peppers.
Yeah.
Pretty much, literally, besides it being a liquid, it's like biting into a pepper.
On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the hottest, 1 being the least hottest, what would you say, how hot is it?
I would go with a 6. Easily a 6. A 6 to a 7.
Do you like spicy stuff?
I like spicy stuff, so it's kind of easy for me to tell on the scale of how hot this is. It's not habanero hot, but it's a little bit above your normal chili.
Yeah.
So.
All right, awesome. So we'll be next with, who knows? We will see.
That's right. Bless their soul.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So we are here with our next victim. Yeah, she looks scared. So, if you want to go ahead and take your first sniff of this.
Oh my god.
And tell the lovely people of YouTube.
That is pepper. That is a hot pepper.
Do you like spicy stuff?
I like sriracha. I like some spicy stuff.
So somewhat. Do you smell anything besides peppers?
No.
Yeah.
It smells like a jalapeno.
It does.
Smells like a jalapeno. I like jalapenos.
Well, we'll see if you like this beer then.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like burning my throat. I don't like this beer.
Well, isn't that a surprise? Now, on a scale from 1 to 10.
Like about a 7 or an 8.
7 or 8?
It's not like eating a habanero or, seeds, but...
Too spicy, you think?
That burn's going down.
Too spicy, you think?
There's no other flavors but hotness.
Yeah.
Which is disappointing. I wish there was some sort of smoky sweetness, but it's really just like...
Peppery.
Pepper.
Yep.
It's not very complex at all.
No.
Which is disappointing for Stone because they tend to have
usually pretty good beers.
Pretty full beers.
Not that it's terrible.
Very,
I mean, if you like spicy
it's
stuff.
very flat, very just spicy.
Alright guys, so here is the final reaction. What do you smell?
Pickles.
Pickles? Pickles? You mean peppers?
Yeah. Congratulations, Jonathan and Emily. And she started crying because she couldn't come.
Yeah. There you go.
Is it spicy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.